Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is our second podcast on this channel. So make sure all of you subscribe. And with that being said, let's start. I am Shayandeep, the host of this podcast. With me today, I have my friend Shwojit. And in today's video, we will discuss all the details about the UCL, whatever has been going on, about Barca, about PSG versus Club Brugge, what happened, also versus Man United and Young Boys and everything. So let's begin.
Yeah, let's start. So, I want to talk about Real Madrid.
Shubhajit. So my question to you is UCL, Real Madrid versus Inter Milan.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Yeah, the match was it was really scary. I can't explain. Inter Milan played really well, and I thought at a point I thought if there was if we didn't have Courtois, I think it would have been 3-0 or 3-1 to Inter Milan. I don't know. Inter Milan played really well, and I feel that Courtois has been. Yeah, he's a splendid goalkeeper. Everybody knows that. But yesterday he was amazing. Like he saved 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I don't even remember how many saves he made. He was brilliant on the pitch. Like the Inter Milan played really well, and Courtois managed to save all the goals. And Rodrigo managed to put it in the net, back of the net.
Actually, I think there were only 5 shots on target by Inter Milan. Like they had a total of 18 shots.
Yes.
Yeah, but then only 5 out of them were on the target. But however, Real Madrid had only 12 shots.
Yeah.
Only 2 of them were on target.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But somehow,
I'm going to say about that. I was really sad because when they were showing this stat, that number of targets, number of shots taken and the targets they have hit, and I saw the percentage was much greater in case of Inter Milan, and it was really scary. I thought Inter Milan would have won it easily. Like Dumfries, lastly, when the Dumfries came on for Darmian, I think he had a lot of pace, and he was exploiting that right side because we had Nacho on the left, and I don't know what Ancelotti is doing. I don't know. We should have played Alaba on the left, but
actually, to be honest, that Real Madrid is just a shit team right now, right?
No, not really shit, but they are not playing well because of the departure of Varane and Sergio Ramos. The defense is really weak.
No, but how can you say that it's not a shit team? Because they're shitting in the defense. Okay, they are having Militao as the defender. Okay, Alaba is good. I consider it.
But
it's
we
not
managed
that level
to win.
that it used to have earlier.
But we managed
to
win.
So what is your take on this?
Unlike Barcelona, we managed to win.
But see, you can win 1 or 2 matches due to your luck, but it doesn't mean that you will end up winning the league, or the Champions League is way off. Very far from you people. Of course. You have to consider that Real Madrid is a very shit team right now, guys.
No,
I think the people who are watching this podcast will also agree with me.
Yeah, I'll say a little bit about it, because if you do not win Champions League or the league, it doesn't mean that you're a shit team. Barcelona also didn't win it. Even Man City didn't win it. PSG didn't win it. PSG didn't win the league. PSG didn't win the UCL. Are you going to say that PSG is a shit team? PSG brought Bayern down. PSG brought Bayern Munich down.
That does not matter.
According to your logic, if a team doesn't win Champions League or the league, the team is a shit team. So you are trying to say PSG is a shit team.
PSG is not a shit team. They have been winning league matches. They are winning the leagues for such a long time. So you can't tell them as a shit team. But
we have also won 13 European Champions League. That doesn't say anything about the current situation. You know, PSG was beaten by what team? Lille. Lille won the League 1. You know that.
This is PSG time now. Now PSG will come up.
They have so much money. They have spent it a lot. Not just this. Before that, they have also spent a lot. But what about that? They didn't win the UCL. They didn't win the league. This is a shame. And we'll talk about Club Brugge versus PSG.
See, 1 or 2 seasons it can happen. 1 or 2 seasons it's okay. If they do not win, it's okay. It's just a matter of 1 season. The next season they will be back. But I can guarantee you that Real will not win the league this year.
Okay.
Anyways, now coming on to whatever happened on Inter Milan versus Real Madrid, who do you think was the best player in this match? Doesn't matter
player.
who was the winning side, but who played well, who
Best
played the
player.
best.
The best player on the pitch yesterday was Thibaut Courtois. Undoubtedly, everyone. I don't know who got the man of the match because it was really late at night. I didn't see that. I didn't even watch the news. I just saw the match and I went to bed. But I'm going to say this: even who all those people who watched it will say that Thibaut Courtois was the man was the man of the match. He saved a lot. He made crucial saves, and I think he should have been, or he got it. I don't know, but yeah. Kamavinga also played well. Talking about Kamavinga, yeah, he made his UCL debut, and it was amazing. He assisted a goal made by Rodrigo. Yeah, Rodrigo, and yeah, he provided a goal against Celta in his La Liga debut. So his debut is really great, and it's helping us a lot.
Oh.
Unlike Lionel Messi's Club Brugge debut. So we'll talk about it later. Yeah, come on. Let's,
Well, coming to Camavinga, actually, like it was a big of surprise to all the Real fans and all the football fans all around the world that somehow on the deadline day they managed to sign Camavinga, the one of the best young midfielders who is coming up, and they got it only for 30 million, I guess, right?
Yeah, they got him
Yeah,
for
only
very less
30.
fee.
Like, see, Barca bought like at that time Dembele was a very good
of course.
young player, right? When Barca
I'll
bought
talk
him,
about it.
and Barca bought him for 130 million, I guess, around almost 130 million. But somehow Real Madrid managed to get Camavinga for 30 million. Like, is it due to this COVID pandemic situation? Or
Due to the COVID pandemic situation, like Cristiano Ronaldo went to Man U for how much? I don't even 13 million fee. Yeah. It's nothing compared. Like the pandemic situation has made things worse among the clubs who are really struggling a lot. So yeah. And let's talk about the earlier match, like Bayern Barcelona.
No, not ban Barcelona. I first want to talk about the debut of Camavinga. Like he scored a goal on his La Liga debut against Celta, I guess.
Yeah.
And like he also played fantastic versus Inter Milan. And like, what do you think that this player can bring into your team? Like, you're a Real Madrid fan, so that's why I'm asking that. What can this guy bring into your team? You have guys like Valverde, you have Cruz, you have Modric, you're also getting Camavinga. So like your midfield is looking very strong, and like the future prosper is also like very good also. So what is your take on the addition of Camavinga in Real's team?
Yeah, addition of Camavinga is really great to the team, but I don't think he'll play a lot matches in the seasons, because youths don't get that much time. Like Odegaard didn't have that much time because of the competition Real Madrid has a splendid midfield, but in the current situation Toni Kroos is injured, and we are seeing Fede Valverde coming up and filling his gap, but he has a different role, of course. But yeah, Camavinga, he's getting his usual debut. He should be, because he's a great player. He'll adapt to the La Liga side, because French league is a bit different, and yeah, he needs a little bit more time to adjust. But he's a great player. He'll manage it. Of course, he'll manage it.
Do you expect him to go on a loan during the winter transfer season?
Might happen or might not. It depends on the economic situation. I don't see him going for a loan unless there is a tight situation. I don't think there is a tight situation, because Real Madrid offered something like 180 million for Kylian Mbappe. I don't think there is a tight situation. And recently I've also heard, like, from the I've got the news where Karl Rummenigge, who was the former CEO of Bayern Munich, he was saying that Real Madrid, they're favored side to bring in Haaland and Kylian Mbappe next year. And I will be
Well,
really
to be
happy.
honest, that Haaland and Mbappe will never be on the same team, just like
exactly. If
Ronaldo and
shouldn't,
Messi.
yeah, Haaland shouldn't be on the same team, of course. But
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
always
know.
welcome to Barcelona actually.
Yeah.
Like players like Haaland, players like Mbappe should actually come and take Barca ahead. Like shit teams like Real Madrid, like that's not the thing to go
Shit
for.
teams
to
have
beat.
won 13 European Champions League. That's why
See,
Kylian
you can't
Mbappe
define
is
your.
moving. That's why Kylian Mbappe is moving to Real Madrid next season. You'll see that. Everybody knows
Doesn't
it.
matter, bro. Doesn't matter. Whatever happened in the past is a past.
Of
You
course,
need to
of
look
course.
towards the future. In
If
future,
you look about
it
the
is
future,
Barca.
Barca is more shittier than more shit than Real Madrid. Of course, everybody will agree. Our defense is right now a bit weak. Yeah, I'll say weak because we are conceding a lot of goals in the La Liga side. I don't know what about the Champions League. They are not winning the Champions League. Write
Okay,
it down.
I
Real
see.
Madrid is not
Yeah,
winning
yeah.
the Champions League. About the league, I don't know. I'll talk about the league because Atletico Madrid. If you watch the news, Atletico Madrid got an equalizer or winning goal in the 90 plus 10th minute. In the 90 plus 10th minute, scored by Thomas Lemar. This is kind of a joke. Teams are getting 10 minutes extra time added on. They should have
I don't
added-
know that thing. I need to verify.
Yeah.
And check whatever like happened. I don't
If
know
this
about
goes
this thing
on,
that-
if this goes on,
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid is winning it because they are a very strong side. And addition of Griezmann from Barcelona, they have been more stronger.
Yeah, man. What is wrong with Griezmann? Like in Barca, he was not that great,
Yeah, of
which
course.
he used to be, and also like he had so much hair, and like the Barca fans did not like him having so much hairs. And that meme is very famous. I'll display it on the this thing. You guys can see that during his Barca days, he was having this big hairs like a beggar or something. And the moment he went to Atletico, that's a 25-year-old guy. Like what? Like I don't have words to like express what
he's
I'm
more
feeling right now.
disciplined in
That
Atletico.
the moment, and he will be a beast there. I guarantee you, he will score 20
Of
goals a
course.
season. He was
Like last
shitting in
season-
Barcelona, but doesn't matter.
Last season, Suarez, because of Suarez, I'll tell you, because of if there was no Suarez on Atletico, they couldn't have won. Real Madrid would have won it. You will now start with the trophyless thing. Because of Suarez managed to put in goals. How many goals? If we check in the last few matches, I've seen he scored the winning goal, the equalizers, the crucial equalizers, which made them won the league. Now they have Griezmann back again. Atletico Madrid is like a serious issue in La Liga, and I don't see Real Madrid or Barcelona winning the league, either the league or even on the Champions League. They can't even win the league. I think so, because getting scored 2 goals by teams like Celta Vigo, I don't think. We need a proper defense. Real Madrid is really lacking in the defense department after the departure of Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane. It's really
Okay, Shubhajit.
saddening.
My second question to you in this podcast is, what about the situation of Inter Milan? The finances of Inter Milan, why they sold their crucial players like Lukaku,
Yeah,
Politano,
yeah.
also Hakimi.
yeah.
Like, what is going wrong with the Chinese investors? Like, the Chinese are the owners of the of Inter Milan right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like, what are they getting wrong in their finances? They're also on the verge of selling their striker
Lautaro
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like he was also on the verge of leaving,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
sure that if their finances are not being solved within next 6 or 10 months, Lautaro will also see the exit gate from Inter Milan. And the team of Inter Milan, which ended up winning the league title this year after such a long time, and just within one season they win the league, and the next season they are somehow managing to sell their important crucial players. So this is not the right thing, right? We don't want this type of monopoly to happen in football. We always want competition. So what is going wrong with Inter Milan, on your thoughts in this?
No, Inter Milan is playing like the side which wants to get a profit from the situation. They won the league and they got a good offer for Lukaku from, I don't know, they bought him for
No,
120
that's over 100 million.
Yeah, over 100
Yeah,
million.
over
If
100,
you
yeah.
get a player, if you see how much Inter Milan paid for Lukaku, if you see, I don't think he went for more than 80 or 75. I don't know, because at Man U
Somewhere
he
around
wasn't
that.
a very good player. Yeah, because yeah, they have made a profit. They have made a profit of this situation, but I don't see Inter Milan
It was
getting
actually
better because
97.5 million euros. That's big enough.
yeah,
That's
that's
quite a
big.
big.
That's quite big. But if someone offers you 180 or something, I don't know, yeah, something like that, you can't deny that offer because it's from Chelsea
Like in
and
euros, it's
they need that money.
97.5
Actually,
million,
the COVID
but
situation
in
has
dollars,
yeah
in dollars it was over 100 million
yeah.
from Inter Milan to Chelsea. So that was quite a big offer that you cannot just
Yeah, of
like
course. Because of the
reject.
situation,
Yeah.
if the situation wasn't there, like if Inter Milan had a comfortable situation, I
Yeah.
don't think they would have sold Lukaku or either Hakimi. I don't know about Hakimi, but Lukaku should have stayed, I guess, because they've just won the league and they were doing very good. Like, they were playing very well, and even they beat Juventus. That's pretty shameful because Juventus is like at the 16th, I guess. People are making fun of the league. Yeah, people are making fun of Juventus. Sorry. Yeah, and
So, Shubhajit, what do you think about the management problems that Chelsea earlier used to have, and the
yeah,
present
talking about
management problem that is also going on in Milan,
no.
Juve? So,
Yeah,
what is
I'll
the
talk about
basic
it.
thing behind this, Jamal?
People have been trolling Ronaldo for not winning for young boys, not winning for Juventus. Like people will troll because Ronaldo and Messi, like players like them, they are in a level which people people expect a lot from them. But I'll say this because there is an issue with the management. There's an issue with Pochettino. There's an issue with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because if it wasn't the issue with the management, then Chelsea wouldn't have won the Champions League. Because if you see the team that Tuchel has had for the UCL, they won UCL. Everybody knows that. The team they didn't buy anything. Lampard bought them, and
Yeah.
Lampard's tenure, we didn't see Chelsea winning the Champions League. Nobody thought about it. Nobody thought. We saw Mount coming up and Lampard making a great team, like spending a lot after their, they had a bar, they couldn't sign players because they traded, like they
The
sold
market cap.
or loaned, there was a market cap from UEFA or something like that, and yeah, after that Lampard changed the team, but they still, after changing the team, there was no there was no such impact after changing the team. That's why he was sacked, and Chelsea made a huge, they did a very good job signing Tuchel. Tuchel's a great coach, and we have seen with that team with which Lampard was, struggling. He just won Champions League. That's what a good management is. You make good use of your team, the team you have. Zidane managed, after Ronaldo's departure, where Real Madrid was struggling. Zidane came in and Zidane made them win the La Liga. That's a good management. If you see Pep Guardiola, Man City didn't win, they won shit. Pep Guardiola came in and Man City won like titles after Premier League titles. You need good coaches to manage good teams. Like if you don't have good coach, like I don't see shows after that young boys match. It's not just about Hazel Lingard. The Hazel Lingard, it was about the team and the team's management. People should see into this instead of complaining and trolling Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. It's in the team. It's a football. This is football. This is not some individual tennis or like badminton.
I think
Yeah,
this management problem is also going on in Barcelona because
yeah,
you
of
also have
course,
a
of
good,
course.
decent team.
You have.
To
I'll
get
say this:
Champ-
Barcelona
yeah,
is capable of winning the league and Champions League. I'm telling you. Why? Because the La Masia kids, the youth system which Barcelona has, nobody can compete in the whole world. Nobody can compete with their youth. I'm telling
Yeah,
you this.
man.
They have an incredible
La
youth
Masia is
system. La Masia
just-
is great.
Yeah.
This is coming from a Real Madrid fan. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Barcelona has incredible talent, but they need a good management. They need Pep Guardiola. If they can sign Pep Guardiola, they'll change the whole
Yeah,
scenario.
man. If Pep comes back to Barca, like
it will be a
everything will
nightmare for
change.
us. It will be a nightmare for us. Real Madrid won't win anything in La Liga.
But
Now also,
but right now it's a nightmare for us.
yeah, of
Like
course,
we are
they're
having a
they're
nightmare
very
right
bad
now.
situation. And Laporta is like saying that he has a very good connection with Koeman, and Koeman is shit. Koeman is shit. Come on, everybody knows. He can't give Ricky Puig time. He's selling out players like Emerson and Lol. Because of him, Suarez went away. Only because of him.
Yeah, man.
And now they are sold. They have loaned out Griezmann. I don't
Actually,
know what will happen.
he came up and just said to Suarez that you're
Yeah,
not
he straight
part of
away-
my
he
plans.
straight
and,
away said
yeah,
it.
yeah.
How
So
can
you're
you
not
say
part
this
of
to
my
a player
plans.
with a legendary player? And he showed
Yeah,
it.
man,
He
like-
just showed it. He just showed it how good he is in Atletico Madrid. He just showed it. He just won the league. He won the bloody league. I'm cussing. I have to cuss because it was our league. We would have won it. I'll stress it out a lot, and Barcelona fans will troll me and troll every Madridistas out there, and say that they were trophyless just because of Suarez. Just because of Suarez, he was incredible. He was incredible.
Actually he was playing for Barcelona indirectly, even though he was playing at
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid.
It's pretty sad because of him. Zidane went away now, and we have to manage with Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah, but I will see how much he gets done. I don't see Ancelotti and Koeman staying in Real Madrid and Barca. I
Yeah,
don't
man.
see. In 2-3 years they'll get sacked. Yeah, it's
I don't know
inevitable.
about Ancelotti, but obviously Koeman needs to get sacked in the coming year. This year they would have sacked Koeman, like Laporta would have sacked Koeman, but they did
Yeah.
not have enough funds
Yeah.
to sack Koeman, and that's the reason why Koeman is still continuing. But this
Koeman
summer
is
we
shit.
made
Koeman is
sales
a
of 180
clown.
million.
He's a
But
clown.
this summer we made sales of 180 million.
Yeah.
So probably
That's a
next
good, okay, but
next
yeah.
coming winter or summer transfer we'll surely get a better manager.
Of
At least
course.
something like Eric Ten Hag, something like Pep Guardiola.
They need
And
Pep Guardiola. I'm telling you, Pep Guardiola and Barcelona is a different, it's a
Combination.
very different combination. It's a very difficult.
It's like the choco
combination.
chips on the chocolate ice cream.
If Sir Alex Ferguson in his interview said it, the most difficult opposition they faced was FC Barcelona, under which I think I'm not, if I'm
He
not
said
wrong.
this, yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it
right,
was
right.
Pep Guardiola at that time, I guess. If I'm
Yeah,
not
he
wrong.
was. He was like the
That's
2001 and
How he
2011 and 2009
Madridistas
UCL
troll Pep
finals.
Guardiola a lot because of that rivalry thing, but he changed a lot of teams. He changed a lot of players. Like he changed Joshua Kimmich. He changed him. He was a youngster at that time. Nobody knew him like that, and now Kimmich is a legend in Bayern Munich. He is a legendary German player. People troll him a lot for like the Manchester City. The people troll him because everybody thinks that he's getting funds and other teams don't. That's your club's problem. That's not Pep's problem. You need a
Yeah,
good
man.
team to win. He's a coach. I'll say it once more. I said it recently. I'll say it once more. To manage a good team, you need a good coach. You need if a good coach will always demand a good team. For the good team, you need funds. It's obvious. You can't just troll him for like spending a lot of money on players like Grealish, Kane. They have a lot.
And
of,
I'm sure
yeah.
somewhere down like 1 or 2 years, Man City will surely get a good UCL. Well,
I
let's say
hope
that.
so. I also want. Yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next.
Well, my
Yeah.
next question or the topic is Bayern versus Barca. The topic which I do not wanted to discuss, but then this guy, my co-host, my friend, always wants to trick me with these things. Like when Barca end up losing a match. So, what was your thought on Bayern versus Barca?
I'll say about it. Bayern versus Barca. So talking about Barcelona first. I'll talk about Barcelona first because Barcelona played really well, and the thing is that the defense was really strong. Like unlike if
Last year.
I saw Araujo I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name
Araujo
correctly.
is like beast,
Araujo
man. Like
is
in 2-3 years, he'll be something
he's a
else.
beast. He's a beast. I've seen him play. I don't see I see Barcelona matches quite frequently, but I've seen this match. He has played very well, and I think the overall performance of Barcelona was good. Even the youngsters, when Koeman brought in the youngsters, and people
Like
were
Gavi,
expecting
Alejandro Balde,
Balde,
and I think
yeah.
Pedri was always on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, the youngsters played really well. They shocked me.
Like, do you
The
also
La
consider
Masia
Frenkie
players
de
are
Jong?
really good. Yeah,
Do
Frankie
you
De Jong.
also
Frankie De
consider
Jong was
Frenkie?
also pretty
Yeah.
good. Like he managed to do pretty well. The only guys I think who are being trolled are
I think
Sergio
Longley
Roberto.
was not that great.
Of course,
And
Langley.
also-
Don't talk about him. Because of him, we lost that Switzerland versus France. I'm really fuming about Langley. From that day
Yeah,
on.
man. Langley is like just
Langley
shitting
is
up,
shit.
and also
Shit, Langley is pure shit.
like Alaba was not that great. He also got injured at the end, I guess.
Who?
He also got injured, right?
Arho?
Alba.
Alba, yeah. Alba, Jordi Alba. I'm talking about
Yeah,
Jordi
Jordi
Alba.
Alba.
I think he was. Yeah, I think I heard about it. He was.
And due to him,
he was
actually,
suffering from
surprisingly,
diarrhea
Alejandro
or-
Balde's
Yeah.
chance in the UCL as Alba was injured. So
Yeah,
that's
he was
great
sick,
for
he
the
was
youngsters. But Barca still ended up losing the match 3-0. 3-0. I'm telling that only. Barca lost 3-0. And Leva scored, I think, twice.
Yeah, twice. I've seen the
And
goals,
Müller.
and I'm really angry with Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich should have scored like more than 5 goals if you see the match.
Yeah, man.
what you were
So,
saying?
like, why do you think that Bayern should have scored more than 3 goals?
Yeah, because Bayern in the finishing department, as I said earlier, they didn't finish well. They had more chances. They had chances where Sane and Musiala could have scored more, and they just wasted chances like Vinicius. Yeah, they should have scored more. I'm angry with Bayern Munich. They should have scored. Let's see in the next leg. Like they have another match, I guess. Yeah. And
Well, what do you think
Barcelona
about Jamal
needs
Musiala?
to-
Like, this guy is also younger than us. Okay, he's born in 2003.
Of course.
I'm born in 2002. But this guy is like younger than us,
It's
playing in
insane.
band and
It's
just
insane.
rocking it. So, like,
He's finished. He's
Yeah.
starting. Musiala is starting for Bayern Munich. Yeah, like
it's something
It's
like that
incredible.
Pedri
I thought
and
he was
also that Ansu Fati case.
yeah.
But then, to be honest,
guys,
like Barca
18
is
years
like
old.
slowly improving. Last year they had a very aged team. The average age of the team was
Yeah.
29,
They-
and
yeah.
this year things are much better than last year. We do not have Lionel Messi.
Don't-
That is a negative for the team. That is also a positive for the team, because now each and every player will learn to
Yeah.
play and make the team win from
Yeah.
their end. Earlier
Yeah,
they used to
exactly.
be where they'll pass the ball to Messi and Messi will think and do whatever they want to. This year in forward, like Memphis Depay is having a very crucial role. He's playing very well. Also with return of Ansu Fati, I guess that Barca will do much better. And also
course. In the
Aguero is
future,
like
I see
little
them,
injured. So by the time he also comes in, the striker area is looking very much strong, I guess, because Depay, Ansu Fati, like these two players will always play. Along with that, we will have some winger. I guess it will be Dembele or some young guy. I don't know, like who else can be the winger. In midfield, it is one of the best midfielders. Like we have one of the
Yeah, of
best
course, Barcelona have
midfielders,
really good midfielders.
because we have Pedri, we have Frenkie de Jong, we have Sergio Busquets. In youth, we have Ricky
The
Puig.
aging Busquets.
Why is Ricky
Yeah, of
not
course.
been used by Koeman? That is a very big question. The answer to it has been
Yeah,
given
of
by
course.
Miralem Pjanic, who went to Besiktas and told that if Koeman does not like a player, he will never ever give proper opportunities to that guy. Like Pjanic was a very
Of course,
world class player when he was at Juventus. He was not given proper chance in Barca. If he was given proper chances and time and all the surroundings and the environment to develop and give his best in Barca, he would have also done so. But That is the same thing that is happening with Ricky Puig. This guy is extremely determined. He could have
Yeah.
left in the last 2 years. He could have gone for loan. He could have gone to Premier League. He could have gone to any other team. He was
Like
he
Alina.
is a very good player. But Koeman is not using him,
Of
and
course,
I
of
don't
course, he's a very good
want
player.
actually Koeman to continue as the manager of this club, because like
Yeah.
if you have partiality among the youths, so this is not the right thing. Like Barca is having one of the best youths, and this guy Ricky Puig has been just
Yeah,
coming from
Koeman.
all, like he was actually playing with Ansu Fati at the youth levels, and together all both of them came to the first team, and now like he is already 21, I guess. Like in 1-2 years he will be 22, 23. So that is the time to develop and become a regular player in the team. So if he is not being given the proper chances, I really do not want Koeman to continue. And in defense also, we are having a very good defense, like Araujo, also Langley.
Yeah, the
Langley
overall
is
team
like
is
little
really good,
suffering.
yeah.
PK is suffering, but we have players like Eric Garcia, who is the youth, who is the future
Yeah.
of our team. Also, Mingueza is a
Yeah.
very good player. We have Dest on the right. We have Alejandro
Luis
Balde on the
Mingueza, yeah.
left. After Alba, this guy will
Yeah.
obviously come up and take the places in the first team. I am not that satisfied by the sale of
He's a-
Emerson. Emerson would have been a very big boost to the right back area.
Yeah, of course,
See,
of
now,
course.
right now,
For the
right
right
now,
back
Dest
area.
is injured, right? So, like this position
of
seems
course.
little weak.
They have to use
Yeah,
Sergio
man.
Roberto. Yeah, that position is really weak.
Like,
Yeah,
see, Barca sold
clubs like
sold
Real-
Emerson for 25. They gave 14 or 11, I guess, to Betis. Somewhere around 11 or 14 to Betis.
Yeah.
So for that 10 million thing, like they should not have sold Emerson. They will never get a player like Emerson for just 10-12 millions. So
Did they just sell or loan him?
they
out?
sold him to Spurs. Yeah,
What?
you don't know this?
Yeah, that's very
No, man,
bad.
actually that is
That's
very
bad.
disappointing.
Like, I didn't know.
Like if he was on a loan,
yeah,
we
the exact
expected
same
him
thing
to.
for Real Madrid was Odegaard. Yeah, I also wanted players like them, young, and you know they are talented young players. We should loan them instead of selling them. In this
Also-
COVID
also, bro,
situation has
Hakimi,
affected
Hakimi.
us a lot.
Hakimi
course,
and
yeah,
also that
Hakimi.
guy in Spurs, the
different
Spurs
thing.
left back, Regulin or some.
Sergio
Regulon.
Sergio
Regulon was sold.
Theo Hernandez.
Like
Theo
Theo Hernandez is a legend, man. Like
There are a lot. There are a
No,
lot
but
of
do you
players
remember
who
the
have, like,
meme?
They have left Real Madrid and playing really well.
do you remember the meme?
Brahim Diaz.
Brahim Diaz was sold to Inter. I know he was sold to AC Milan. Yeah, man.
AC Milan. They are playing really well. Like Madridistas, they know how to compete and play. They have competed against likes of Barcelona and like good clubs. They have played with the good club in a good club, and they have faced a lot of difficult situation, and they know how to play well.
Well, now coming to
they're playing
the
really well.
coach of FC Bayern Munich, Julian Nagelsmann, 34-year-old
Yeah.
guy is coaching one of the best teams of Europe. He was before
yeah.
this he was the coach.
Was Leipzig, and I think Bayern bought him for a reason. Like he managed to put Leipzig in the top 3, I guess. Yeah, they UCL qualification. They actually Leipzig was a very weak team before him. Like they didn't qualify for UCL. If I'm wrong, please. Correct me.
No, actually, like his coaching career started
Hoffenheim
in
also was-
2016 when he was just a 29-year-old guy, and he started in
He was coaching
Hoffenheim.
Ajax.
No, he started Hoffenheim, and then
Hoffenheim, yeah,
in
Hoffenheim.
2019 to 21
Yeah,
he
and
was
then
in Leipzig.
Hoffenheim case, I think they were getting relegated, and then he managed to do something like that. He actually has good achievements, that's why, and he managed to do it with not just a basic team like Ajax went to the Champions League semi-final in Ajax to help them to get into semi-finals, like UCL semi-finals, which is very good. Like, and similarly, Nagelsmann managed Hoffenheim from getting relegated and put Leipzig in a very good situation where they were competing against the likes of Bayern Munich. Like Leipzig was a very good team. Leipzig was a very good team. If you see that. In the previous seasons, they were competing against the likes of Bayern Munich and Dortmund, and they even went to the Champions League. They went very far up they went very deep in the Champions League also. Nagelsmann is a very good coach. That's why he is coaching Bayern Munich right now after the departure of Hansi Flick. Because Bayern Munich won't give chance to just anybody. I think he is a very good coach.
He's
and
34
Bayern Munich
and the
will
captain of
improve.
his team is 35.
Yeah, that's very awkward, and we don't see these scenarios much in today's football. Yeah, we see like old people and old coaches.
You were telling that
Yeah.
Barca has been shitting for a long time, like they shitted to Bayern. They are not a good team, they don't have a good future. They won only 5 UCL champions, like they were the champions of only 5 UCL. So, what about Manchester United? Like Lord Lingard gave a goal to young boys. Pinaldo could not save his team. And also in the first match only,
Pinaldo was substituted.
also the first goal in his
second spell. Second
second
for
spell,
Man U.
like against Newcastle, it was a tap in. So like we can call him Tapinaldo, right?
Yeah,
we
tap
can
in, tap
call
in,
him
tap in.
Tapinaldo. And why didn't he save his team against young boys? Like when he saw that his team was just shitting around, and that they have only 3 Champions League trophies. So like why didn't they save him? Like why didn't he save them?
Yeah, it was. I'll say. Because this is a team game. Of course, Ronaldo. There's a lot of pressure on Ronaldo because Ronaldo is. Everybody expects Ronaldo to provide more and more and help the team with his goals, and we all have expectations over Ronaldo, but we can't help because he comes from a team like Real Madrid. After Real Madrid, he went to Juventus, and he, as an individual, he is extraordinary. He's extraordinary, but the team also needs to improve, like in the aspect of defense and midfield. If you compare that to the prime Real Madrid, it's nothing compared. Like Juventus is not a very it's not a very good team if we compare it to Real Madrid, and we saw it. Like Juventus went far in UCL with the help of Ronaldo. The same case goes for Manchester United. Manchester United is a good team. No, it's not a bad team, but when you compare it with the likes of Real Madrid, because he's experienced with the likes of Toni Kroos and Modric. He isn't experienced with Fred is nothing with compared to Kroos. Yeah. So it is very difficult for him. Like,
but why is Fred being played in the midfield area? Like, I think they have better midfielders. Like they have Pogba, they have Matic, they have Bruno. So they don't need players like Fred. I think. Like, see the two.
That's up to Solskjaer. That up to Ole Gunnar. Yeah. But I think the coach is shit.
I don't think this coach is shit.
I saw
like this coach is doing great job.
Yeah, I watched the Manchester United game, and if you recall, like if you see that no Premier League clubs have lost their opening matches, but only Man United. Only other than Man United, every other team has won their opening matches. Only Man United lost, and people are blaming a lot on Ronaldo, what Ronaldo has done, what Ronaldo is doing. It's like the Juventus of Premier League. They have a good team, but they're dependent more on Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo will provide. Of course, he has provided with.
So you guys are like now accepting that it was not Messi's fault when Barca lost a match, right?
Of course. But that's just trolling. But His Ballon d'Or speaks for himself. He has more Ballon d'Ors than anybody on the planet. Yeah, and he has destroyed in his prime days. He has destroyed Real Madrid single-handedly. But he can't manage.
How much pain do you feel when you say these things that Messi destroyed Real Madrid?
I don't feel that pain. I feel that he's a great player. He was a great player, and at that time I didn't watch because I was very young. I didn't watch that many matches.
Like when did you first start watching football games?
I think after the transfer of after that when did James Rodriguez join? Before that, the World
After
Cup.
the World Cup,
From that World Cup
2014.
onwards, like I think the Germany won it in
Against
that World
Argentina,
Cup.
last minute
after
goal,
that,
man.
yeah, after
Like that,
that
thing.
Did you know? Before that, I was a Lionel Messi fan. Before that, I
What?
was a Lionel Messi fan. After that,
Can I?
yeah, when I was
I mean, like,
really
why?
when I was really young, I didn't watch any games. I just heard about the players and I just saw YouTube videos. I felt that this guy is amazing. I didn't see Ronaldo that much. Like, yeah,
Well, actually, from the core of your heart, I think that you will always be a Messi fan because Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi. He will always try and dominate the football, and every player will like watching him and admire him a lot. So, yeah, man, I agree with you that I think that even these days also, like, you don't hate Messi, right? Like some fans, even watching
no, of
this
course,
podcast, hate Messi.
Madridistas, I'll tell you, Madridistas don't have hate on. They don't hate Messi. They just troll Messi because of Ronaldo. They're getting trolled. They see Ronaldo getting trolled, and if there is a situation where Messi doesn't
I think that's the
live up
same
to his
thing with
expectations, like
us
Messi
also,
is
man.
expected to.
Like I also love watching Cristiano Ronaldo on the
Yeah.
field. I loved watching
Yeah, it's the
his
same.
match
It's the
against
same.
Newcastle.
Fans are.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, of course, the fans are same. But the thing is that the trolling is so much in that level,
Like
you
everybody has
can't just
started
skip
believing that
portion where you have a chance
yeah,
of
like
trolling.
everyone has started believing that you cannot like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo at the same time. I like Lionel Messi much more than Cristiano Ronaldo, but I also like Cristiano Ronaldo. I always like when he scores a goal. I want him to score a goal. Like see, these players are one of the best players of the world, and in 2 3 years or 5 years they will retire. We won't be able to see them playing. So like I personally like Messi much more than Ronaldo, but I like Ronaldo as much as I like Lewandowski, like on the same level. Yeah, man.
It's like the players are not hated; they're just trolled because of the rivalry between the teams.
Actually, basically, like we
my friend
try
here
to
is,
compare
yeah.
the players, and when we want any one of them to be superior, and we do not have enough reasons to compare and tell that this guy is better than this guy, so we just start trolling so that we feel superior that the player whom we support is better.
of course.
After the match of young boys celebrated madly.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
man.
They should have. They played really well.
they played really well,
Like Inter
thanks
Milan,
to Lord
like-
Lingard and also Tapinaldo.
Yeah,
So
of course,
after
Lord
the
Lingard.
topic of Tapinaldo, we will
For Ronaldo,
move
Ronaldo.
on to our fifth point of this podcast. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Club Brugge
I think this is-
versus PSG. What
Versus
happened?
PSG.
Like they
I'll
ended up
talk about it, yeah.
having just a 1-1 draw. Or the main trio, the trio due to which PSG spent so much money. The money on Neymar, the money on
Yeah.
Mbappe, the salary of Messi.
Lionel Messi.
Because Messi did not have a transfer fee.
Real Madrid game. I didn't see that much of that Club Brugge versus PSG. I expected PSG to win easily, but I didn't expect a 1-1 draw. Like Club Brugge, I didn't see that much. But yeah, PSG getting a draw from a team like Club Brugge, it's pretty disappointing for the fans as well as the whole footballing world. Because PSG is being trolled. PSG is literally being trolled, and because of how much money they have spent, and about the 10% of the Club Brugge hasn't spent their whole team. But if you evaluate the values of the teams, like their team value is below 10% of that of PSG's, and it's really like Club Brugge has managed. I don't know about the next matches. I think PSG will be able to manage and top the league. I think that in the group they'll top it because they have extraordinary players. We all know they have Lionel Messi, they have Neymar, they have Mbappe, and also Sergio Ramos. Yeah, Messi should have. Talking about Messi, Messi. I think as rivals as football fans, Messi, we expect Messi to score in his debuts like Ronaldo did. But I don't want to compare. But yeah, just it's expected more. Like Messi, people expect more from Messi. He just had a shot on the crossbar that's very unlucky. But yeah, that's it. Like Messi, yeah, they are dependent more. We expect more from Messi. That's it. And this is not expected from PSG to getting a draw with Club Brugge, team like Club Brugge. I think it's a problem with the management. Just like Manchester United, like they had a problem in management. I saw the game fully, and I felt that they were trying to play. But they had after the 1-0, they switched to possession. Like they wanted to play possession based football. So instead of just clearing the ball in scenes where you are on your own half, and they are attacking, you're in a tight situation where generally people clear. They're not clearing, they're simply making a pass. There is no point in making a pass. You have 10 men, they have 11, they always have an advantage over you, and you are getting like beating. They were trashed. If you see the Manchester United highlights, how young boys really attacked well, and it was difficult for Manchester United to defend. In the end, everything was right. In the end, they were trying to pass a lot were in pressure situations. That's why we saw that Hazel goal. Like it's pathetic. Hazel passed to young boys striker. Like it's pathetic for a player of his caliber to pass like that. He passed back to goalkeeper instead of passing to the. I don't know what he was thinking. It's pretty disappointing for a Ronaldo fan. Being a Ronaldo fan, I'm pretty, shattered to see Manchester United lose against teams like Young Boys. What will they do against teams like Man City in the league in the
Coming
Premier
to the
League?
future of Manchester United, the match day
Yes,
6,
yeah.
we have West Ham versus Manchester United. It will be on 19th
Yeah.
September. So, like, what do you see? Like, what do you think that about this match? That whether Man U can make it? Like, I think personally that in Premier League, Manchester United will play well. They also have chances
Of course,
of
of
winning
course.
the league, I guess. Like for me at least, they have,
have
quite
chances, yeah.
good enough chances of winning the league. Right now, they are standing on the top of the table at number 1. On second, we have Chelsea. On then we have Liverpool, Everton, and Man City on 5. Unfortunately, even after spending so much money, this team is not making or fulfilling the expectations that we actually have. We actually do not expect Man City to just win the Premier League. We expect them to win the UCL. Yeah,
In
man,
the
like the Champions
yeah,
League.
everybody.
But then, what
expects
is
them.
your take on the Premier League champions? Like whether Manchester United or Chelsea or Liverpool or City, who do you consider to be the main contender?
It's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. I don't see Manchester United winning it just because of Ronaldo. He might put in goals, but the main problem is not goals. The main problem is management. I don't see Manchester United winning anything with this kind of management. I saw the Young Boys match, and no, if they don't change, they have extraordinary players. They have good players.
Yeah, man, they have players like
It's
Greenwood.
similar case of
They have
Juventus.
Sancho.
It's similar case of Juventus. The management is wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. It's pretty messed up situation in Manchester
Something about
United.
Sancho is that all the Indians knew that Sancho will make up.
I also
Like I don't know about the
to
rest
talk
of the
about
world, but everybody expected Sancho, at least in India, to be a great player because in the under 17 World Cup, just 4 years back from now,
Yeah.
he was playing in the under 17 team, and he was the number
Yeah, yeah.
11. And actually, I went to watch that match on the stadium. It was England versus, I don't remember the team against whom they were playing, but it was like
Spain, I guess. The final
that was against Spain. But then I was just
Or
no,
Germany.
it was against
Spain,
Spain.
it
They
was Spain.
won 5-1 or 5-2 almost. But I was just watching some of the league, I mean like the group stage matches, and everybody on the stadium, like they didn't know much players. They knew players like Phil Foden. They knew players like Phil Foden. They knew Sancho.
Yeah,
Like
of
these
course.
were the only two players whom we all knew, and we all expected Sancho to be a
Yeah.
great player. And after that match, I
Of
came
course,
back
of
to
course.
home. I googled Jadon Sancho. I found him playing in Man City, and that was a very big thing for me because I did not watch.
I also Googled
I did
it,
not
the same
watch
thing, yeah.
any this. I didn't. I mean, I did not watch any player who is playing at such a big club from my eyes. So it was really great for me. But then
Yeah.
only that summer he got transferred to Borussia Dortmund, and he
Yeah.
just killed it out there. And finally he's in Manchester United.
Mhm.
So it is phenomenal, man. I think that this guy will be a very good player. He will not be the kind of flop that
Of
we
course, yeah.
experienced from Ousmane Dembele. Like Ousmane Dembele was also killing it in Dortmund. Before that in Rennes also.
Yeah.
And I consider Sancho to have a very good future. And also
Yeah, of
coming
course,
to
of course. He's a great
Haaland,
player.
Erling Haaland is just a beast, man. And we also have
He's
a
a
rhyme.
beast. He's a complete beast.
Haaland. That rhyme I'll
He's
play
a
it. Yeah, man.
complete beast.
Like I also uploaded that shorts in our channel. That kick from
Yeah.
Haaland, man.
That I.
What a
he's
beauty.
Extraordinary. He's an extraordinary player. He's just incredible. I don't see anyone getting near him. Like he is a phenomenal striker. He is like he is unstoppable. He is unstoppable. If you just see his stats,
You
if
tackle
just
him, the guy who
see how he
tackles gets
plays,
injured.
The guy who tackles him gets injured. Kimmich, it happened to Kimmich. It's not just a joke. He just didn't make a joke. It happened to Kimmich. Kimmich tackled him. Kimmich got injured. And it was a scary tackle.
And that, I mean, like
nothing happened to
for
Erling
me, the best goal of Haaland was the goal against PSG, and that celebration.
Haaland. Which one? I don't remember.
Just awesome.
I don't
We
remember
have
much.
a lot of great young futures and youth players
Of
coming
course,
up.
Of course. I want him to play in
I
La
want him to
Liga.
play for
I want him to
Barca.
play in La Liga. I want to play. We all want. And every fan base, every guy wants him to play
I
for
don't
his
want
team,
Mbappe
like
to
the
come to
team which he
Barca, but I want
supports.
Haaland to come and play in our team.
Mbappe won't come. His dream is
No,
Real
but then-
Madrid, but we don't
but
know
then
anything about
even if-
Haaland. We don't know
But then
anything about
even if he
Haaland.
wanted to come, I would have chose, or like, I would have all. Yeah,
I also would have
Haaland
chose
over Mbappe,
Haaland
yeah.
over Mbappe. People, this is a pretty good question. I'll ask this to the Madridistas out there. Who would you have chosen for like Haaland or Mbappe? Who do you think would have made a
Better impact.
Who will make? Who would have better impact on the team? Like we have, of course, we have Karim Benzema and like Vinicius. But not just considering the situation, like Vinicius, we can put Mbappe and he can score goals unlike Vinicius. We just leave alone that situation where Vinicius plays. Just to the fans, I'm asking this. If you were to choose between Haaland or Mbappe, who would you have chosen? Yeah, that's a question you can
if
comment
I was
down. Yeah,
if
it will
I
be
was a
fun.
Madridista
Let's see.
fan, I mean like Madridista, yeah, like it's.
True, Marisa, you don't choose biasly.
I
Unbiased.
would have chosen
Say
Haaland,
unbiasedly.
man. This is a beast.
Of course,
man.
being a Madridista, I would have
Like-
chosen Haaland. If not the case of Vinicius, if we consider the case of current scenario like Karim Benzema and Vinicius is playing really well, like in this start of this season. But in this situation where Vinicius was shit, Vinicius was pure shit. He wastes chances. Still now he wastes chances, but he's improving. You have seen under Carlo
Actually,
Ancelotti,
Vinicius
he's
got a lot of
improving.
hype when he signed for
Yeah,
Real.
of course. People just see the situation and think that if Mbappe played for Vinicius, then the situation would have been better for like Karim Benzema also. Like where Vinicius is very wasteful, but he is incredibly good. But
actually, we need to
we all
look
know
into the
Vinicius and
team.
want Dembele.
We need to look and see where is the void.
If we not look
we
into
need
the
to
team,
fill.
if we look into the team, we need Kylian Mbappe more than Haaland.
Actually, that
Because
is
there's
the
Karim Benzema
reason
for us.
why Manchester United bought Jordan Sancho and they did not go for Haaland. They could have paid
Yeah, of
whatever
course.
transfer fee was required for Erling Haaland.
They could have
man.
paid, yeah. The English clubs, they have a lot of
But
money.
they
Like,
did not
If we
because
see,
they had I think who was the striker? Like, they had man, who was the striker? Which striker chilo
Martial,
Rashford.
Anthony Martial. তার আগে লুকাকু রাশফোর্ড লেফটে খেলে, স্ট্রাইকারও খেলে।
Actually,
Left
they
mid,
needed
striker.
someone
Yeah.
like Jordan Sancho in the team, and now with addition of Cristiano Ronaldo,
Of course.
there is no doubt that they actually needed
incredible.
Jordan Sancho
They have
and not
chance.
Erling Haaland.
They have chance.
So
They have a lot of chance to win silverware because they didn't win anything in last 2 years, I guess.
with that being said,
It's a pretty
it was
difficult challenge.
the end of all the discussions we had in this podcast.
Yeah,
It was very
it's a
nice
it's a very good
discussing
podcast.
so much and whatever went on in the football world. The people who are
Yeah,
still
yeah.
watching this podcast, I request you guys to subscribe to our channel, share it with all the
Yeah.
football fans, friends you have, share it on Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media. And with that being said, guys, it's a wrap up today. I want Shubhajit
wrap up.
to end
I put the comment.
the podcast
Yeah.
today. Shubhajit, the final ending from you.
Yeah, please comment down for Madrid stars out there. Please comment down who would have chosen Haaland or Mbappe. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
with
it.
that being said,
Okay, bye,
it's a wrap
guys.
up.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Yeah.